Alright, we're coming up to Valentine's Day, and I thought I would address some comments I got from some of my subscribers who said that I was anti-family or anti-religion. I want to address that remark. I do not have a problem with anybody who falls in love in any sort of relationship, and I don't have a problem with religion. What I do have a problem is when these people become so smug about how they live to the exclusion of all other possibilities. So for example, I work with a lot of people who are Christian, who are straight. I don't think we have any other LGBTQ person in the tutoring center where I work at right now, not in the one that I worked at previously. I was working at a university in Seattle. I don't think I saw any LGBT, not openly at least, and which 30% of us are closeted LGBTQ people here in the United States, and I think it's wrong for these people to be closeted. It causes all sorts of problems. But anyway, I don't have a problem with that. Where I do have a problem is when management is so chum with these people because they can beat at the same wavelength, right? So for example, this week has been really hectic for me because one of my coworkers went to see an extended family member. I don't know if there's an emergency or not, but he's away. And then the week before that, I had another coworker who went to a wedding. And meanwhile, I've been putting off the same trip that I wanted to take to Wallace for 5-6 months now, and every time I go to the office I talk about Wallace extensively, and to no avail. I can't seem to nudge that needle toward when can I go, right? And that's the problem that I have. Now we're coming up to Super Bowl Sunday next Sunday, and I would so much love to get in my car and drive far away from Phoenix. Super Bowl is being played here in Phoenix because I have anxiety issues. And that's not something you can bring up at work very easily, but my coworker, as long as they want to go see the Super Bowl, or even if they just want to drink in front of the television, say, oh my God, take the day off, right? And that's the problem that I have, where people become so chum with each other just because they beat at the same wavelength, whereas we should be working as a team, right? So for example, this year I hope to compete in the AI for the board game of Entropy, and we have all sorts of different kinds of algorithms that are used for that game, right? And at the conference, we exchange information, and we sometimes build even better algorithms, right? Why can't it be that way at the tutoring center? We could exchange intel about whether family life is better or whether being solosexual is better. So for example, earlier this year, I promised myself that I would go out and look for my best friend forever. I'm not very romantic, but I would still go out to look for a best friend forever. Now, I had a problem though. I took a girl out to a date, and I found I couldn't enjoy my food because I was watching my table manners, and it really detracted from the enjoyment of my food. I really try to get enjoyment out of every bite of food, but when I'm sitting with my date, or when I'm trying to eat at a job interview, when I'm eating with my family even, it really detracts from the enjoyment of the taste and the texture of the food. When I'm eating by myself, I tend to disappear into the world of food. It's hard to explain. That's why I want you to just understand it, even if you can't. But I just can't bring myself to love somebody better than I love my food and my bismuth art and among other things in my life. And I'm sorry, but and I appreciate that you love your significant other better than these things, but just appreciate that I love my personal space, right? Anyway, that's in a nutshell how I feel about it. Enjoy your family, enjoy your religion, just accept that there are others out there.